set. Everything is set now. We are live on YouTube, and we are recording, and the co-hosts have been granted the rights. So now we can start. Okay, so good evening, members. This is Rogers Mukalele. I am the National Coordinator for the ICT Teachers Association, and
today.
Okay, let me try to mute someone here. Okay, so okay, so I've muted someone who was talking. So I was saying that I'm called Rogers Mukalele, and I'm your host today. But you'll not be seeing me every day. Some days you'll be seeing the other facilitators for the various sessions you are going to be having. I want to welcome all the members who are here. We are going to be sending some survey at the end of the session so that you can give us some feedback on the sessions, how they are moving, so that we can be able to cater for you. Yeah, so I'm going to start by having a quick presentation here. I'm going to have a presentation here quickly to walk through what we discussed earlier on. And then after that, I'm going to invite my colleagues to come in. So we want to do this one quickly so that we catch up. Okay, so we are having the teachers e-learning training. It is a program which is going to be running for 2 weeks. It has been initiated, organized by Edify for Christian School Owners Association, teachers and schools under the Christian schools, and it is being facilitated by the ICT Teachers Association, a team of teachers of technology. It is going to be running for 2 weeks, and there are some contacts here. So the main objective, which you can see here, is to prepare teachers for the new normal of e-classes. We have been hearing about this word, new normal. New normal is something which came in. It's a new terminology which came in during the period of COVID. So it is something that we need to embrace. Okay, so this is the quick introduction. It has been organized focusing on e-learning, and the training is coming in. Recently, the president of Uganda gave a speech and told us that schools were not given a time frame when they will open, but the churches were told to wait for 60 days. Schools, I did hear very well. So we are really there in a period of uncertainty. Should our learners continue being idle at home, or we should engage them to continue reading, revising, so that by the time they call them back, they can remember where they ended, and they can easily, because sometimes they give little time. Yeah, so I think it is a very good thing that we can learn how to engage the learners remotely using e-learning. So that is why this project is here, so that teachers can be given the tools, the skills, so that they can start conducting some lessons to ensure continuity of learning. So we already having another program for students. There's a program for students running even right now. If you go to YouTube, I think the lessons have ended. Yeah, I think the lessons have ended. But if you go to Christian School Owners Association channel on YouTube, you'll see several videos which are there, lessons which are going on by different teachers. So what we want is to transform all other teachers who have never done this, so that they can be able to also learn how to start teaching lessons online. So that is the objective, to prepare you to be able to teach online. Like here, I'm having teacher Robina here teaching on Zoom. So if you have never done something like that, this program is for you. We want to give you all the tools as a teacher to prepare digital content, to use e-learning platforms, to collaborate with other teachers, to manage students online, to mark learners' work, return it to them. So that is our objective. So we are going to be giving you some tasks that you can do. We are going to be giving you some tasks that you can do and challenging you to be able to do some of these things. Actually, we might even invite you to do some demo lessons because we have the learners also. Just like we normally have these trainings of National Cultural Development Center, teachers are taught and even bring learners. So let us try to do some good work, and we are going to be seeing a lot coming. So what is going to be taught? Teachers are going to be taken through several topics, including setup and installing of Zoom, collaboration with email and Google Drive, working with mobile devices, using Google Classroom, building a digital library of Colibri, and other best practices. The schedule has been shared, and we also shared it in the morning. And this schedule here is showing what we have planned to teach. Now, today was mainly introduction and enrollment. So that is the objective of today, introduction and enrollment. So we have introduced in the morning and we are repeating it a bit here. Also enrolling you to the various platforms that you need to be enrolled. So at the end of this presentation, after this presentation, I'm going to invite Mr. Saz Benedict from the Christian School Association and Mr. Dennis Omari from Edify to give us a brief word. Then from there, we shall go back to enrollment. We have platforms for enrollment. So we want to make sure that everyone is fully enrolled and is ready for tomorrow. Because we are going to be putting there, even this evening, we are going to put there some tasks for you to do. So you should be enrolled into the Google Classroom, that is the e-learning management system we are going to be using, and also you should be enrolled into the WhatsApp group, which we shall be using for interaction. So that is the objective for today, registration and enrollment. Tomorrow we shall be looking at Zoom and Zoom alternatives. We shall actually be joined by one person from who works with Zoom in Uganda, who is going to be sharing with us briefly also about Zoom. Then we shall look at instructional materials, how to create them. We shall look at Google Tools. We shall look at working on mobile, handling WhatsApp issues and social media, Google Classroom, YouTube. All these things are lined up for you, and others may come on. We are not fixed to this. We may bring in other things which we think are beneficial. On Saturdays, there will be some general session for practice. So that is what is going to be on the schedule. What you'll need a laptop or a tablet or a smartphone. You'll need internet connectivity. You'll need your time and interest. Your time and interest into the program will be necessary. The training is free of charge and organized and sponsored by Edify Uganda and Christian School Association Uganda and facilitated by ICT teachers. Okay, now before we go to the Q&A now at this stage, I want to invite Mr. Benedict Sazi to first share with us. Some members are new. You can still give a quick message from the Christian School to the teachers, and then after that, we shall have Mr. Dennis from Edify. Mr. Sazi.
Thank you very much, our moderator. All participants present, you are all most welcome in this session. I'm Benedict Stazi, the president of the Christian School Owners Association. Christian School Owners Association headquarters are in Naguru, Interview Crescent, Plot 9A, and we have an administrator by the names of Benedict Oguti, who will be reaching many of you, contacting you on issues concerning teachers. So that is about the association, and the association is trying to It works with Christian schools, and the Christian schools, these are church-founded schools, and schools started by organizations that are Christian, and individuals like you who are Christians, and you started the school. And we look at the schools, under the school, we look at the school owners, head teachers, and parents, and at the same time, the learners. So you are all most welcome in this session. First of all, allow me to extend a vote of thanks to our partners, Edify and Itao. They have played a very key role in this training. Edify is our strong partner that has been supporting Christian schools in Uganda for the last 4 years, and they have been sponsoring many programs. And today they are sponsoring all our teachers to learn how to use computers, to learn how to teach learners online on the computer by using Zoom and many other programs. And our partners, Edify, thank you so much. And in particular, I would like also to thank our brother Dennis Omario, who is in charge of these programs, who has spent sleepless nights trying to make this happen. At the same time, we wish to thank our partner Itao with the leadership of Mr. Mkalele Rogers. We thank you so much for this wonderful work. I know you are learning 2 programs at a go. That is online lessons for our learners, at the same time training all our teachers to learn how to teach online. We thank you so much for the wonderful work you're doing. And all our beloved teachers who are here today, we wish to thank you for the wonderful work of teaching the nation. We thank you for the wonderful work you're doing, especially teaching the learners. I know you are our heroes. President Nelson Mandela once said that if you want to destroy the nation, destroy education, destroy schools, destroy teachers. So I know you are playing a very big role in the transformation of this nation. So we thank you so much. We cannot take your contribution to the education sector for granted. Without teachers, of course, no learning can take place. So we thank you, we love you, we strongly support you. That's why we have invited you on this training. I continue to let you know that you should not lose hope in this trying moment. Somehow, somewhere, our government has not supported us as we expected, but at least God is on our side. Jesus is our savior. He will create a way for us. Now, on this program that you have enrolled, I know when you take it with one heart, you will not remain the same. There is some value that is going to be added on you. As schools will open, you'll be able to teach learners even when you're at home. So, dear colleagues, there is no way we can avoid ICT usage. There is no way we can avoid education technology now with the pandemic of COVID. Things have not remained the same. We might not use chalk anymore. So take this opportunity very well. Edify has really put a lot of money, has paid a lot of money for you to see that you learn how to teach. If you have gone for, if you are to pay, you would pay more money. So that's why I'm very grateful to Edify and our partner, Itao. So we thank you so much. I wish you a successful training, and I wish to thank and also wish the trainers to carry on the work very well. May Almighty God bless you all. We love you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Benedict, for that message. Okay, now let us hear from Mr. Dennis briefly about from Edify, and then we shall be getting back onto the program. Mr. Dennis.
Okay, thank you, Rogers. I don't want to take a lot of time. No, I've talked to, I think, most of you during the first session. I just want to give you a word of encouragement that right now, this is the only option that we have to reach out to the learners. And we are so privileged as teachers that to actually get this opportunity to be able to reach out to learners online. And by the way, moment the schools reopen, I don't know this year or next year, I don't know when, but the moment it opens, most schools will be looking for teachers who are capable of teaching online. And most parents will be looking for schools that are capable of teaching online. So once you have this knowledge, once you have this skill, just know it is an opportunity for you to continue to work. A lot of teachers are crying that we don't have money, we need help, we need help. But we realize that this is the one help that we can give you, and you will never have to ask for it anymore. So with this opportunity, I request you that you take it with a keen interest. Make sure that you don't miss anything, because these guys are going to give you their best. So work with them, try to learn everything. My motto always is that learn as long as you are still alive. Learning doesn't stop. And the more skills you get, the more opportunities you have out there. Tomorrow a school may say, I want a teacher who does this and this and that. And if you've been learning all your life, you realize that you cannot fail you cannot fail in any interview. In fact, you will not have to do interviews. So uh, let us take this with a keen interest. Let us uh, try not to miss any session, because at the end of the day, we are praying and hoping that you will be our light out there. We don't want to run the online classes forever. We want to hand it over to you so you can make a little bit of money out of it. Those who knew how to do online lesson in the first lockdown, they made a lot of money. Others would charge parents 10,000 per lesson, others would charge 20, depending on where they are located, and they were surviving. So let's take this opportunity to learn from these guys who have sacrificed their time to teach you. Learn as much as you can, and we are always here to support. As Edify, when you reach out as a teacher for any sort of training, for your school, for yourself, we are ready to give you. The only thing we want from you is your sacrifice, your time, and maybe a little bit of contribution in terms of data, especially during this lockdown, in terms of data, and only those two. So thank you so much. You are all welcome. This is Edify program run by Itao and coordinated by Christian School Owners Association. We want to just say we are so grateful to you guys, the Itao team, Christian School Owners team. You have done a great job in mobilization, in reaching out to these people. And we just want to say that we are really, really grateful to you. Thank you for working hard to making sure that these teachers have got the training. Thank you. Rogers, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dennis, for that. Okay, now I have a team of people whom we are going to be working with, all the people who are co-hosts. If you go to the participants list and you see everyone who is a co-host, those ones are different people who are going to be supporting us. I'm going to give them a chance to greet you just later, just after a few minutes, but for now, I want first refer the members to the websites, those especially those who are not in the morning. If you want to learn more about Edify, you go to what you call edify.org. Now, there is what you call, some members may be, I don't know, because we are from different places. Yeah, so, but one of the key things that you need to learn is how to use the internet. That is actually a very important skill. So you should learn how to use the internet as a teacher. How do you use the internet? If you go to the internet and you have a computer with the internet, how do you use that internet? Do you use it for to benefit you, or you only know maybe to go and watch songs on YouTube or what? You should learn how to use the internet to work for you. So there is something known as a browser. You can open a browser. We have many browsers. We have Firefox, we have Chrome, we have Microsoft Edge. These ones are known as browsers. So when you open one, you should be able to open a browser like this. So you type in edify.org, and you can be able to read more about Edify, what they do, and also read about where they work. They work in different parts of the country. You can read about their core values. Yeah, so let us learn about these organizations. And also, you can read more about the Christian School Owners Association of Uganda. You read about how do you become a member as a school. You read about about them, how you become a member. You get the contacts. The contacts of Mr. Sazi are there on the website. And also, yeah, so you'll be able to read more about them. Then you can also get to know more information about Itau, what they do, and that. So that was just from the first session. So, okay, so at this time, I'm going to give the various facilitators here a chance to greet us, and then I'll be coming back to share more about the various platforms, and we are going to be enrolling some members as we shall be winding up. So let me get, we are going to have a time for questions. We are going to have a time for questions. I'm going to open it up at some point. You are going to have questions. You are going to respond to people who are sending questions in the chat. We are going to respond to all those people. So, yeah, so let me get, there are some members who never spoke in the morning. Mr. Ogwal Isaac, let me start with you. Ogwal Isaac is one of the facilitators. Mr. Ogwal Isaac, yes.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Mukalere. And greetings to everyone. I'm very happy for this very high turn up from the members and for liking to change their lives, like one of our speakers has said it. For me, you'll be meeting me probably next week on a topic that is on our program. I thank all the participants for this willingness to learn and to cause change and impact in our schools amidst this pandemic. Thank you very much. I believe that after these trainings, we are going to have a very big impact in our institutions of learning. With this pandemic, this is the right way to go. In schools where people are still running away from technology, please let us inform our friends and colleagues that technology is now the way to go. There is no way we can move on without technology. Thank you very much once again, the host and the facilitators, plus the administrators. Have a nice evening. Thank you very much, Mr. Mukalere.
Thank you very much. Hey. Yeah, so members, I just shared Mr. Gwal's. Mr. Gwal is a teacher, and he has a YouTube channel with a lot of videos on different things. Actually, most of the things we are going to teach you, he has already taught them on his channel. So he's going to be joining us in extending some of this knowledge, especially on the Colibri, but also in any other topics where he will be able to join in. Yeah, so we have resourceful people who are going to be really supporting you. Thank you, Mr. Ogwal, for that, for joining. Okay, let me get Mr. Mr. Charles Luanga. In the morning, you need to fail to speak. Mr. Charles Luanga.
Thank you, Rogers, for giving me this opportunity to speak. Good evening to all the members here. Dennis, Mr. Sazi, who are our main sponsors, the co-hosts, who are as well the facilitators of this program, plus the main host, Rogers. I'd like to welcome everyone to this meeting. The topics that have been arranged are quite many, but I would expect that you persevere through and gain the knowledge so that you can transform the same knowledge to learners in your school or even beyond school if you're requested for such. ICT is already in our midst. It came to stay, and the only way we can benefit from it is to embrace it. Failure to embrace ICT, because we're already using phones, and the phones have a lot of apps that can do as many things as possible. So let us use the same in our teaching and learning to help this young generation who are already in the technology, not as digital immigrants. For me, whenever I'm speaking to teachers, sometimes I say we are digital immigrants. Some of the teachers are digital immigrants because technology wasn't there during the time we were born. But these young people are growing with the technology around them. A year 2 kid can get your phone and then start doing as many things as possible with it. And you might even wonder what that young kid is doing with the phone. So let us welcome the trainers, the facilitators who are going to train you, embrace what they are in you. The moment you have a problem, call upon them to help you. I'll be attending your trainings in a silent way because I'm responsible for supervision of this project of Edify, Untitled, and Catholic School Owners Association. So I'll always be in the background. You might even not notice my presence. Thank you. Back to you, Rogers.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let us hear from Mr. Mukisa Godfrey. Mr. Mukisa Godfrey. Briefly, let us have a chance to quickly talk up all of us, then we go back to Mr. Mukisa.
Hello, good evening, members. Welcome to this training. My name is Godfrey Mukisa. As said, I'll be among the people supporting you, and we'll be together from the start to the end. Feel free to make use of me because I'll help you. I'll be helpful to you. I want to thank the Edify, the Christian school owners, and everyone for embracing the opportunity, because what we are going to do, we are going to teach our children, our brothers, our sisters. Thank you so much. That's all I had.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mukisa. Members, Mr. Mukisa is a digital literacy trainer. He has a website, mukisa.org, and he has been teaching children for long. He has a lot of content on Zoom, Google Classroom, WhatsApp, and all other sessions. So if you visit his website, it is such a resourceful site. And the people whom we have really put together to support you are people who are going to add value to you, and they are available to support you. So you can visit mukisa.org to know about what Mr. Mukisa does. Okay, thank you very much for that, Mr. Mukisa. Let me hear from Mr. Emorut George.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy for the opportunity given to me. During the course of this session of the trainings, I'll be one of the facilitators, and I look forward to transfer the knowledge that I have as far as digital content creation and e-learning is concerned. So in case you have any query, feel free to inbox me or post it on our different WhatsApp groups. We are going to be ready to assist you and to guide you with any help that you need, such that by the end of the session, you should be good to go. You should be a digital teacher, and you should be ready to have lessons online, and you should be in position to teach your learners irrespective of this lockdown. Thank you so much. I'll continue engaging during the training session. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. George Emorut. I was forgetting your website. The website where you have even been having some. Mr. George, can you remind me of your website, please?
It's sharptech-ltd.com.
Okay, let me just share it here.
Sharptech-ltd.
Okay, .com. Okay, so I've been seeing Mr. Emorut during the lockdown, conducting some programs on Sharptech Computers and Communications. He's a media expert, and also he does a lot of things in digital marketing, graphic design, web design, motion graphics, and Sharptech. So he's going to be here to support you and give you, extend to you all the knowledge that he has in that area. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. George Emorut, for joining. Okay, we also have Mr. Wamono Michael. Mr. Wamono Michael, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Rogers. I can turn off on my video. So I thank all members who are here. I thank the Edify, the Itau, and all other members who have joined in here for today's session. We are here to help you. We are here to cater for your concerns, and we are here to equip you with all the knowledge in the ICT field. So feel free to ask us anything, such that by the end of this project, as we are turning back for our schools, we all know how to play around with the digital content, and we can really teach our learners at the end of the day. So I thank you all, and for all your support, and for all who have joined here. We are here to stay, and we are here to help you. Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Okay, thank you very much. Members, Mr. Wamono Michael is also an ICT teacher, and he also is very good in creating videos. He also has a YouTube channel where you can search for him and get some of, and he is good at supporting. Even if it is 10 p.m., he can be able to engage. I've been seeing him supporting teachers who are teaching the online classes. He's one of the admins, and the teachers are really saying this man has really helped us. So once in a while, we shall all be working as a team to support the members. Okay, finally, let us hear from Henry, the computer guy. Henry Sechito. Henry? Henry, the computer guy.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is your turn to introduce
Mr.
yourself.
Rogers. Yeah. Can I turn on the video?
Yes.
Okay, a moment, just 1 minute. Hello. Mr. Rogers, do you see me?
Yes, we can see you now.
Yeah, it's Henry, the computer guy, commonly known as Sechito Henry. I'm actually going to be helping you teachers out. You'll learn how to create that digital content. For example, the videos you're seeing on my YouTube channel. You can even feel free to visit the channel. It will add you some content also. So feel free to ask any question and I'll be glad to help you out.
Okay, thank you very much. So Henry is an ICT teacher, and he does not teach only within the classroom, offline, and his students get D1s, and that is all. He also teaches online, and these videos are going to be there even for hundreds of years, even when he's not there, because he has taught the entire world. So he has a lot of content, and we are going to be referring and sharing with you all this content. Whatever we teach, we shall be having a tutorial to accompany it. Whatever we teach, we shall be having materials to accompany it. Okay, I think members, thank you very much. So that was just to show you that the people whom we have chosen to come here to support you are people who have been doing this with ease, people who do this and they are ready to share skills with you. So please be confident you're in the right hands and you are going to be helped. By the end of this session of the training, I expect each of you to have your own YouTube channel. When you can put there some, because as a teacher, you should be able to teach within the four corners of the classroom and teach globally. The world has become a global village. So you should not just be aiming at teaching your children within that blackboard and that's all. Your knowledge is only limited to a few learners. You teach the entire world. You should learn how to create digital content, put it on the internet. You can even start being here in Uganda and you start teaching people who are in America. Because you are not limited, how COVID cannot conquer you as a teacher. You should be able to continue doing your work and you should be able to extend your knowledge to your learners. Okay, those are the people I've seen here. If there's any other, we have other members. I am not yet seeing them here in the list. They will get time to share with you during the respective sessions when they will be. Okay, now, finally, we are going to be going back to the platforms that you are supposed to enroll into. One of the platforms that we were talking about earlier was what we call the Google Classroom. And on this particular Google Classroom, we are going to be putting there activities. Even this evening, we are going to put there an assignment that you are supposed to do before tomorrow. So for now, we have 97 of you who have already joined. So you are the students here. You are the students here. So we have the teachers also above. The teachers who have been introducing themselves, they are also above there. So we are going to be putting for you a lot of classwork in this platform. You will be getting a notification and an email whenever we put classwork. We shall look at Google Classroom next week, how you can set up your own Google Classroom as a teacher. But for now, you are going to join this one as a student. So we shall be giving you assignments, quizzes, and other things. Yeah, so that is the one thing that you are going to be doing. We are going to put there an assignment this evening. and you will be able to answer it by tomorrow morning. We are going to put it in here. So make sure that you are in the Google Classroom. To join the Google Classroom, you simply have to, if you are using a computer, you just go to your internet, you go to Google. Google. It is very simple. We demonstrated this. You go to Google and you search for Google Classroom. Google Classroom. So when you search, it will come. Number one, you click on it. So for me, I'm already signed in here. So if I'm already signed in, I will just go straight to Google Classroom. If I'm not signed in, then it will ask me to first sign in. So to sign in, you must have a Gmail address. So Henry, the computer guy, already shared yesterday a tutorial in the WhatsApp groups on how to create a Gmail address. So for me, I'm already signed in here. That's why when I clicked on Google Classroom from Google, I went to dive in. Now, here, there are very many classes that I am part of. I'm part of the classes for the children who are learning. We are having children who are learning. We have a program for children. For example, this is a Google Classroom for P4 class. And if I go there and I click on it, and I click on classwork, I'll be able to find the work that teachers have been putting, the homework, the lesson notes. I can be able to see them here, the lesson notes that the teachers who are teaching the learners. We're having the learners program also going on. So the learners, the work, we put for them the work here, and then the learners can download the work. Even they can leave comments. I can see here, there are some comments here from the different learners. This learner is saying, thank you, teacher, for the wonderful work. Teachers, thank you. These are learners of 10 years, 8 years, they are already on Google Classroom. So for you, if you are not on Google Classroom, it means you are lagging behind. Yeah, so this is this is a P4 class. So there is work and also there are assignments. There are assignments. Learners can do assignments like this homework here. This is an assignment. They can open it and they do the assignment, and then after doing the assignment, they can submit each. So this is an assignment that the learners have been given, and they can be able to submit it, and answer it. So we shall be sharing with you more. So for now, what we want you to do is to join the classroom. So once again, I've said you go to google.com, and you're going to go to Google Classroom. We are going to put there an assignment today. You're supposed to do it by tomorrow morning. So you'll just go to Google Classroom, and then when you go to Google Classroom, you'll click on a plus. There is a plus in the corner here. There's a plus in the corner there. You click on that plus, and then you click on join class. Join class. So they will ask you for a class code. They will ask you for a class code. So you put in the class code. Is there anyone who knows the class code who can read it for me? The class code for our Google Classroom? It was somewhere. We have posted it in our WhatsApp group, I think. We have been posting them in the WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group here. These are the WhatsApp groups that we have set up for you. So,
Rogers.
Yes.
The class, the code is CJ.
CJ.
EV.
EV.
273.
273.
Yes.
So that is what you put in. Remember, you write it.
Yeah, like that.
You write it down using your pen. You write it down. That is the class code. So you click on, then you click on the join. Once you click on the join, did you type it well? It is C. You said it is C. You cross-check on it very well.
It is CJ EV 273.
Okay. CJ EV 273. Okay. I think for me, I've already joined it. That's why it is telling me this CJEV 273. That is the class code. Let me first see. Yeah, that is the class code. It is CJEV 273. That is the one. So for me, I'm the teacher, so I can't join again as a student. That's why. But once you put that code, you should be able to join. Alternatively, you can click on this link. There's an invitation link that I'm posting in the chat. Please make sure that you just click on that link and you'll be in. If you have you just touch that link and you'll join the 97 who are already in the classroom. So let us do that, and we are having an assignment today. We shall learn more slowly by slowly on this Google Classroom. Don't be worried, it is on schedule. We shall get a full day to learn more about it. If you want to learn how to use it on mobile, you will install the Google Classroom app, and still you find somewhere where they say join class and you put in that class code. Now, apart from the Google Classroom, we have the WhatsApp groups. If you are not in the WhatsApp group, if you are not, I'm sending you this link in the chat. If you are not, if you're already there, then you're already there, so you don't need to join again. So if you are not in the WhatsApp group, I'm copying this link, which I'm posting in the chat. You just touch that link. You just touch that link, and you join the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is where you will get an alert. Assignment has been posted. If a teacher has a challenge, my device is having a problem, there will be an admin to support you. So that link which I've shared in the chat, you just tap that link and join the WhatsApp group in case you are not there already. So that is the WhatsApp link. You should be able to use that. Then also we have what we call the Google group. The Google group here is going to be our mailing list. We are going to be sending you also emails. So we are going to be adding your emails here in the Google group. So if you want to join yourself without us waiting for us to add you, you can still use the link. The Google group is going to be a mailing list which will remain there even after the training is over. The Google Classroom will last for the 2 weeks when we are here, and that's going to be useful. But afterwards, we shall remain in the Google group. The Google group will be a mailing list where, in case we have any opportunity, a given school wants digital teachers, we shall be sending an email to the Google group. The Google group is the mailing list, so anyone who is in the Google group gets an email of even in this particular training we sent. So we have so far 295 members in the Google group, and we are going to be adding all of you. We have 660 teachers who have applied to be part of this training. 660, you are among them. So all these 660 teachers are going to be added to the Google group, and we are going to be sharing with you opportunities through that Google group, even after the training is over. Anything to do with the Edify, an opportunity, we shall be sharing with you through the Google group. So we are going to be adding you there. So we have the Google Classroom, we have the WhatsApp, we have the Google group. Okay, so along the way, we shall teach you more about creating your own YouTube channel. We shall teach you about Colibri e-library. In the morning, I was trying to open it and it was not opening, but it is there, it is opening. We have a Colibri installation on the website of Christian School Owners Association. We're going to be teaching you more about how Colibri can be used at your school to be a good digital library for you, which you can build to support e-learning. Okay, so right now, it is time up. We are going to look at a few hands, and we shall be closing within around 10 minutes. If you have any supplement or any question now from the teachers, please, I'm not seeing anyone's hand up. I'm giving a chance to we are giving a chance to only the first. So we have Mr. Disan Kayamba. Mr. Disan Kayamba, please, you unmute and then you speak.
All right. Thank you so much, Rogers. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Rogers, for the session. I'm so grateful. Mainly, I wanted to ask about Saturday's program. According to how you told us in the morning, yes, some teachers, they are so busy doing this and that. That's why you're giving just 1 hour. But then on Saturday, how long will it be in that we can prepare ourselves? Because we need to know area, and then we time ourselves and we know how many hours are we going to have in the session, and then what are we going to do in our normal other stuff. Thank you so much.
Okay, Saturday session for now is 2 hours. And the Saturday session is just going to be a recap of the week's work and extra practice. We shall not be teaching anything new on Saturday. So if someone has missed out the sessions during the week and he comes on Saturday, he can still get to know what we learned. And then those ones who may be behind will be helping others. And by the way, we shall be encouraging you to share screen. We want to see what Mr. Disani are doing. The other one says, he tells him, share screen. We are going to be having breakaway sections. Some things you'll be doing them in groups. So we are going to design a training whereby the participants are at the center. We don't want to just be here to come and lecture you. We shall be grouping you. We give you a task in a group. We make breakaway sessions and you do. Saturday is going to be for extra practice and to just nothing new is being added on Saturday. General practice, question and answer, and supporting members who might have missed some sessions during the week. So we are starting at 9 up to 11, only 2 hours on Saturday. Okay, any other question? Any hand? Mr. Willie? Meanwhile, I want to request Mr. Emorut. Please look at the chat and see if there are some questions there that you can raise here and we talk about them. You read through the messages in the chat and then you identify some questions. Mr. Willie?
Yes.
Yes, you have a hand up.
Are you able to get?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for this session. Sincerely, I'm very glad that you have called upon the teachers to embrace this new normal. I just my colleagues who are on this session, that let us just put in our time, let us be committed, because this only to go as Mr. Gwal Isaac said, say that we can continue with our teaching, however much our children are still at home. We don't know when the schools could be open. We call upon now, we shall be encouraging our heads, say that they also embrace this new normal and we can still conduct our lessons. So I do thank you, really. Thank you for this session.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so we have only 3 hands and no more hand, only this, actually 2 hands. Now the people who are having the techno, I'm not choosing you before you rename yourself. You go to Zoom somewhere, there is somewhere you touch your name and say rename. If you can't rename yourself, then the chance for speaking, because I don't know how I can call you, because you are called techno. So I don't know how I can call you. Let me give Mr. Ojo. If you know your name is Tekino, please rename yourself. Rename yourself, click on your name. There's somewhere where there is rename, and then you make sure you put your name. Let us have Mr. Ojo.
Yes, Mr. Rogers, good evening and all the members.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much for these evening sessions. We just want to appreciate, and I request all members, let's take these opportunities and let's find time. I have one question for you, Mr. Rogers. Yeah, some of us are using smartphone. Are we going to be able to share our screen as well? That's the questions. Thank you.
Okay, so your question is, are you able to share your screen? So
Using
what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen with the phone. I also have my phone on, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen here and you see. It is possible. You can share, and I've been seeing some teachers teaching. So this is my screen. I'm sharing my screen. You can share your screen using your phone. Zoom can share screen. And when you share screen, this is the app I was talking about on Google Classroom. So you can still open it, Google Classroom. Then I can touch here, and then I say join class, and then I put in my class code, and I type it in, and I join the class. So if you are using a phone, just go to Google Play Store. Just go to Google Play Store. Google Play Store is this app here, which has this thing known as Play Store, this one. Then you search for Google Classroom. And after searching for Google Classroom, you'll see the app, you install it, you open, and you'll be there. Then you touch this button, you put in your class code, join the class, you type in that code which you wrote down, and you'll be ready to do the assignment this evening. So you can share your screen, and that is what I wanted to let you know. Okay, let us get any other question. I think that one has been answered.
Thank you.
Welcome. Any other question? Okay, Mr. Morut, now you wind up with the questions from the chat, and then we close. Mr. Morut.
Yes, please, I'm hearing you.
Yes, questions, any questions from the chat?
There is a question from Mr. Bernard Chobe. He's asking, I think he asked this question when Mr. Edwin was speaking. He's asking any opportunity, he's asking that are children learning coding? If so, which language?
Okay. Are children learning coding? If so, which language? Yes, children are learning coding. We have introduced coding on the children's timetable. The children's timetable for lessons, that is the one. I've shared it on the screen there. That is the timetable for lessons. And I would encourage the teachers here to go and log in some of those lessons and observe what is happening. We normally have 4 sessions in the whole day. We have a lesson at 9, a lesson at 11, a lesson at 2, and also a lesson at 4 for all classes from baby class up to senior 5. Go into a lesson of your interest and observe how the teacher is conducting the lesson, how the teacher prepared her PowerPoint, how the teacher is responding to the learners, muting and unmuting, how the teacher is teaching and managing time on Zoom. Go and observe those lessons. It is very good to learn from experience. Coding takes place every Tuesday from 4 tomorrow. And also we have another session on Wednesday. Now, coding is programming, developing a child's innovative mindset. Coding is a new language that all children should learn in the new era, because if you go abroad, you find learners are learning programming when they are still very young. So we have introduced coding, and the coding is to do with algorithm design. An algorithm is what makes a computer program. So the language that is used, we use what you call Scratch. Scratch, and the learners can learn how to program and make very good programs. Now, the coding concepts behind Scratch can be applied even in other languages, because we have things like loops, we have things like variables, we have things, all those things which are in modern programming languages are there. So we are going to be having a session tomorrow, and I would like you to encourage your learners. We have partners from Mindset Coders and Africa Code Week who are going to be teaching learners coding, and they are going to be using Scratch. So you can visit africacodeweek.org to learn more about the kind of coding that we are going to be teaching the learners. Okay, any other question, Mr. Molut?
Yes, another question is somebody is asking you to kindly share the statistics of registered districts which are represented so far in this program.
The statistics of the registered districts which are represented so far?
Yes, by the participants.
By the participants?
I think so.
Okay, I don't know why he wants that, but let me just show him something small, which I will not refuse to show you, something small. So we have here, by gender, we have 69% are female and 32% are male. We have several districts here. We don't have a graph, but we have all districts: Kampala, Wakiso, Mukono, Nakasongola, Luwero, Jinja, Soroti, Buyikwe, Kayunga, Mpiji, Kasanda, Kabalore. I've not yet summarized the statistics, but the entire country is represented in this particular. And most of the people are primary teachers, 350 of them. We have secondary, then we also have nursery, secondary at 37%. And many of the teachers here have never taught online. That is 74%. Then we have 25%, they have taught online. 25% means these 25 will be supporting you. So it's not going to be only the facilitators, even fellow teachers are going to be supporting you. So that is the answer to that question. Any other question?
Yes, somebody is asking, should we expect a certificate of participation and completion at the end of the training?
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you have two people who want a job in your office, they want to be online tutors. One person brings a certificate, and then another one gives you a link to a YouTube channel with 200 lessons that the teacher has been teaching. Whom will you give a job confidently? The one with a paper with nothing to show, or the one with digital content where you don't even need a CV? This world now has changed. People are looking at competences, not papers. People are looking at what you can do. Even when you go for interviews these days, you can have a master's and they give a job to a diploma holder. If the one who has the diploma holder has shown them that he has the experience and he has something to show, there is no certificate. The certificate is going to be your output. What do you have to show after the training in terms of skills, in terms of digital content created? And that is what is going to give you opportunities, not a paper. So there's no plan for a certificate. What we plan is to transform you into a digital teacher. The certificate will be the content you are going to create. Any other question? Are they over?
Somebody was asking for a registration link, but it has been shared on the chat. So I don't see any other question.
Yes. There is Lule John and Irene. They have lifted their hand since it's been a while. Let them first ask their questions.
Okay, let us have Lule, John, and Irene, and then we close. Irene, you will give us a closing prayer as well. Lule? Lule?
Just unmute and then, yes.
Lule is unable to speak. Irene?
Hello, good evening, everybody, and thank you for the good work you're doing. My question is this: what platform are you using for the registration? Are you using RedCap? Because you quickly showed us a dashboard. So I'm interested to know what you're using to get your statistics and your graphs and pie charts ready.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, one of the things which is going to constitute today's assignment is going to be your question. So you are going to go to google.com. You'll go to google.com and you search for Google Forms. Google Forms is a free tool. It's part of the Google tools. You can create a form and immediately it can give you analysis. So you click on Google Forms and click on Go to Forms and create a form. So yeah, you're going to create for us a form as part of the assignment for today. You go to Google Form and you click on blank and you create a form. Now this Google Form, schools have been using it a lot during this period of COVID, when the senior results came out. Many schools created Google Forms to receive applications from the learners, from the P7 students. So you come here and you say application form. So the assignment for today is going to be for you to create an application form for your school, admission form using Google Form. So you're going to create an admission form. So you are going to put their questions. You can go to the ICT teachers website. We have put an article, ICT teachers Uganda. You can search for ICT teachers Uganda on Google. We have put an article with all the several registration forms from different schools that they have been making. If you have a child who did the P7 and he wants an admission, you'll just apply through those forms. The schools have been sharing these forms on their websites and other areas. So you are going to go to Google Forms, you say admission form, then you come here, you type a question, you ask a person's name, and then you specify whether it should be a short answer or a paragraph or an objective. Then at the end of the day, Google Forms is going to do for you when you click on responses, it's going to give you the analysis. Yeah, so that is one of the things that you should do. I wanted to refer to you to some other forms that other schools have done on the website of ICT teachers so that you can be able to get an inspiration on what you can do. Yeah, so that is what we are using for making this form. A free tool that is easy. After you have made the form, you click on the send button and you copy the link. This link is the one that you send to people to apply or to register. Yeah, so you can use it to create surveys. So on the website of ICT teachers, there is an article here. There is an article called Schools Turn to Online Admission Forms Amidst COVID. So when you go to that article, you are going to see several application forms. St. Maria Goretti Katende, Seta High School, Chitante, Namiriango, there is the Hilton High School, Trinity College, Nabingo. There are very many schools, Ndeje Secondary School, Uganda Matters. Some of them have used the other form creators, but most of them have used the Google Forms. Google Forms have been the most. So for us, we wrote an article here to put them in one place so that parents, Nabisunsa girls, all these schools have been using Google Forms, and they have used the Google Forms to create these admission forms, which they are using to get P7 candidates. So they can be able to know how many candidates. So these are the forms. That one is for Trinity College. This one is for Uganda Matters. This is for St. Joseph of Nazareth. This is these are different forms by different schools. And they create a simple form. They ask for a learner's index number, whether they are from which school. The students fill in and they get the results. After they are filled in the form, you will get all the responses also as an Excel sheet. You can export it as an Excel sheet. You click on responses and then you export it as an Excel sheet, and then you can summarize all your information. So that is a good question. Okay, I think members, let us end there.
Rogers,
yes?
there is I think one last question. Somebody is asking you to guide him on how to share the screen using a mobile device. How
to share the screen using a mobile device?
Yes.
Okay, I think that is going to be handled during tomorrow. We are going to be looking at Zoom. Yeah, we shall make a tutorial to show you, but down here on the phone, there is somewhere where there is share. So you just touch on that button called share, and then from there you scroll, you'll see where there is a screen. And then you click on screen and click on start now, and then it shares. So it is quite easy. You can be able to share your screen, and members can be able to see what you are sharing. So that is something that you can do. We shall do tomorrow morning during the Zoom session. Okay, I think let us end. Let us just have a closing prayer because questions will not end. Let us get more questions in the WhatsApp group. Alice, just pray for us. Just pray for us, Alice. Nasio Alice. Naswa Alice?
Hello, can you see me?
Yes.
Are you seeing me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, thank you very much. I had a question, but maybe tomorrow. Let me just pray as you have said.
Okay,
My
thank
Lord,
you.
Father, thank you. Thank you for this session. Thank you for helping us at least develop this from our mind, not to remain redundant in this period. Thank you very much. Guide us and we proceed and become successful in it. In Jesus' wonderful mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Members, you can turn on your video. We take a group photo here for launching the program very well. You can turn on your video and you say bye-bye. Turn on your video, turn on your video, turn on your video. We are taking some group photo here for a successful launch of the program. Thank you very much for turning up for this particular training. Okay, so I'm taking the photo. So you can say, thank you very much for joining. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening. You can say bye-bye there. And thank you very much, teachers. Let us become digital teachers. Yeah, let us become digital teachers, and God will bless us with the skills that we need. Thank you very much, all of you from all parts of the country, for joining in for this particular session. Let us be here to be able to share. Even you who knows something, you will be given a chance to share with others. So that is going to be very good. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
God bless you.
Okay.
God bless you. God bless you too, Rogers.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. See you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. See you.
God bless you all.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice evening.
The same to you, Rogers.
Okay.